Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie. In this video, I want to talk about why the New York Knicks absolutely must hand RJ Barrett that max contract extension this offseason. I'm going to break down why exactly it would be smart for the Knicks to do that, because RJ Barrett is coming off his best career season with the New York Knicks, averaging 20 points per game. Obviously, there's a lot of things that RJ still needs to clean up, but it would be smart for the New York Knicks to give him that contract extension so he can develop and be that franchise guy for the foreseeable future. Before we hop into the video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NY_Knicks_media. And if you enjoy the video, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. So, RJ Barrett. And first of all, before I even get into this video, this is my first video in the offseason for the New York Knicks. Pretty depressing. Wish we were in the play-in tournament. Wish we were in the playoffs. But hey, it's a lost season. I got a lot of offseason content coming your way here on Knicks Media, breaking down what the Knicks should do in the offseason, whether that's in the draft, whether that's in the trade market, whether that's in free agency, which players should we move on from. There's a lot of stuff coming here on Knicks Media during this offseason, so stay tuned for that. But let's get right back into RJ Barrett. So RJ Barrett is coming off a season where he proved to be a player that can really take that next step. And you guys have to remember that he is only 21 years old and is only going to get better and better. So if you look at his numbers this season, he played 70 total games, finished with 20 points per game, and his efficiency was definitely not all that great. He just put up 40.8% from the field, 34.2% from the three-point land, averaged 5.8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 0.6 steals and 0.2 blocks per game in the 2021 season. So what this tells me about RJ Barrett is, yes, he did take a big time jump in his points per game, but his efficiency took a back step. And the reason why his efficiency, I feel like, did not really improve, it kind of regressed in every single category, is because he became a volume scorer. He really was gifted the opportunity to see what it's like to be that number one option. Julius Randle kind of took a backseat ever since the New Year's approached. When the 2022 New Year came, RJ Barrett became the guy. And all of a sudden, he started averaging around 24 points per game in like a 3-month span. So what RJ Barrett showed me is that you give him the opportunity to be the number one option, he could do that. Now, do I think RJ Barrett is a guy that's going to really, develop into a superstar and be a guy that's going to, take us to the championships? No, I don't think RJ Barrett has that potential. Hey, you never know. I don't want to put a ceiling on him, but RJ Barrett is a prototypical franchise player that could be the guy to be the face of the Knicks for the foreseeable future, for this decade plus. And that's the reason why he deserves that max contract, because you do not want to go into this season by RJ Barrett not getting that contract extension, and then all of a sudden he's a restricted free agent next year. You never know what happens, because people need to realize that RJ is only 21 years old, and I know that a lot of people are going to say he needs to improve his efficiency, and that is very true. Now, the good thing about RJ this season that I feel like people need to also realize is the reason why those efficiency numbers plummeted is because he was asked to do a lot as a 21-year-old. He's learning to be the number one option. As a rookie, he put up 14.5 points per game. His efficiency was not that good. And year number 2's efficiency really took a big step because he wasn't really asked to do a lot. He was playing off the ball. He was camping out in the corners. The offense was not ran through him, which is why the efficiency was really high, because he did not take a lot of shots. But then year number 3, he takes a lot of shots, and that's okay. I'm okay with RJ Barrett in year number 3, especially in the lost season at the end of the year, putting up a lot of shots, getting used to taking 20, 25 shots per game, understanding what it's like to be the number one option. That's a really good thing for RJ Barrett to get comfortable with in the foreseeable future, because he's only going to get better and better, which is what brings me to my next point. And we signed RJ Barrett to that extension. He is 21 years old, and you can only imagine what's going to happen in his progression as a New York Knick, or even his career down the line, because people need to realize that he is not even close to his potential in his NBA career. He's only going to get better and better, and we have not even seen the best of RJ Barrett yet. And that's what people need to realize, because people look at his stats, people look at his box score and say, oh, he's not worth the max. He can only shoot under 41% from the field, only 34% from the three-point land. If you watch the games, RJ Barrett is a player that has unlimited potential, and what really makes me confident about RJ getting better and better is not his physical abilities, it's not his talent, it's not his finishing, it's not his ball handling, it's not what he can do on the court. It's his mentality and how he can get better and how he's a relentless work ethic, and more importantly, his demeanor and his approach to handling the New York media market. The Knicks have been waiting for a player to be able to handle the pressure of the New York Knicks for so long. A player that obviously has not been handling it well is Julius Randle, for example. His first season with the New York Knicks did not go well. The Knicks fans were booing him. We did not really like Julius Randle. I was one of them as well in the first year of him with the Knicks. And then year number 2 with the Knicks, all of a sudden Randle breaks out, becomes the most improved player, becomes an all-star, becomes all-NBA, second team. He takes the Knicks to the 4th seed, and all of a sudden we all fall in love with him. And then he gets that contract extension, and then year number 3 with the Knicks, he's looked at as the guy. Julius Randle, he is the face of the Knicks going into this season, and then he plummeted under pressure. He does not handle the boos. Everybody is in his face, and we all know that Julius Randle got really emotional with the thumbs down, and the pressure got to his head, right? What RJ Barrett has shown me, even in his bad days, when he's not playing well and the media is in his face and he's in a slump, he is not getting too high, he's not getting too low. He has everything you want in a franchise player, which is the biggest reason why he needs that max contract extension, because it's been so long since the New York Knicks had an opportunity to draft their own player and extend him and make him the face of the team to build around. Now, when I say the face of the team, I don't want people to think that I'm saying RJ is going to be the number 1 option and be the superstar for the future and we don't need anybody around him. I want him to be the face of the franchise, where he's the guy that we showed, that we drafted and developed properly, that's going to attract stars around him, and RJ Barrett could be along 2 other stars on the roster that we eventually get or even develop into. You never know what IQ and OB can become. You never know if Randle comes back next year, if he's even on the team and prove to be the guy that can complement RJ. You never know what's going to happen, but I feel like RJ Barrett is going to be able to complement future stars on this Knicks team, and he proved this season that he could be a guy with unlimited potential. And if you want to talk about his development on the court, his dribbles is something that really took that next step. His ball handling is a tight grip on the ball. He can take people off dribble. He can finish with his right, finish with his left, and he has the ability to post people up on mismatches. His shoot off the dribble took a big step. Everything you want from RJ Barrett in year number 3 in terms of his development, he did. I know that his efficiency needs to improve, and RJ Barrett will talk about that. He understands that his efficiency needs to improve, including his free throw shooting, because that definitely plummeted. So to finish off the video, I just want to talk about RJ Barrett a little more in terms of why it would be smart for the Knicks to extend him, simply because of all the reasons I listed in this video. I'm going to quickly recap it. His age, he's only going to get better and better. His potential, his mentality, and his ability to handle the New York media market. I feel like it is a really smart thing for the New York Knicks to extend him and set a franchise tone and just set a standard that if you are doing everything properly off the court, on the court, you deserve to get paid. You deserve to be a Knick for life, and RJ Barrett needs to be a Knick for life. His potential is through the roof, and that's another thing that I always remind everybody. Listen, RJ is only going to get better. His prime is not even close to being what he's at. I can only imagine what he does when he does hit his peak, and that better be on the New York Knicks. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you want RJ Barrett to be a Knick for life? Do you want the New York Knicks to give him that max contract extension, or are you a little worried about giving him that max contract? You want him to prove it again in year number 4 and then let him go into free agency as a restricted free agent and then give him an extension after this year? As you can tell from this video, I'm all on giving RJ this extension. I feel like he's proved to be the guy that's going to get better and better and better as the season goes on. He's done a lot of great things that not a lot of players have done at his age, and I feel like it would be smart if the Knicks give him that contract extension. So let me know your thoughts down below. Like the video if you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks! Peace!